Hello dear friends, myself Professor Khodde Rishikesh and you are watching BSc Botany Studies Classes channel. In this lecture video, we will be discussing about the continuation of our plant physiology subject, the paper number 2nd in FYBSc semester 2. Here up till we have discussed the 3 different chapters. I am presenting you the syllabus where I have highlighted in green boxes the 3 different chapters which we have discussed in our previous lectures. So today I am going to present you the new topic, that is 4th chapter, which is plasmolysis. Sorry for my handwriting. So this plasmolysis is the physiological topic. Remember or recall what I have said you before starting the diffusion. Diffusion, osmosis and this plasmolysis shows one common phenomenon which we generally refer as movement of water. This wording is very essential here. In these 3 different physiological phenomena, the movement of water is common thing. So I will not go in a detailed discussion of diffusion and osmosis again, because already I have uploaded those videos. So I would request you to please watch the osmosis 2 parts before watching this part, because this plasmolysis is dependent upon the osmosis concept. So why I am talking here about plasmolysis? Because it consists definition, mechanism and most importantly the significance. Why we need to study about the plasmolysis, why it is so essential. So we are going in a detailed step by step manner with all these concepts in exam point of view. What you supposed to write in exam, if they ask you write the definition, if they ask you write the mechanism or the significance of plasmolysis. So let's begin with the definition of plasmolysis. So friends, I have written here the point definition of plasmolysis. So what is plasmolysis? It is very easy to write here that it involves the movement of water. Movement of water, which is very common thing. What is this movement of water? The movement of water from where to where, which is very essential. Movement of water from inside the cell, from inside the cell to outside. In. This is the definition of plasmolysis which you supposed to write in your answer. What is the definition? Says the movement of water from inside of cell to the outside. But in which environment? In hypertonic solution environment. So what happens in hypertonic solution is the mechanism of plasmolysis. Here just I am highlighting the definition of plasmolysis which you supposed to understand. It involves the movement of water from inside the cell to the outside in hypertonic solution. So if I need to draw one figure here, this is a beaker which contains solution. This solution is hypertonic solution. This is very easy point to remember. This beaker contains hypertonic solution, and if you have a cell, suppose this is a cell, this cell contains cell wall which is protective in nature, present outside. This cell wall in plant cell made up of cellulose material. In case of fungi, it is made up of chitin material. In case of bacteria, it is made up of peptidoglycan material. It is a plant cell, so it is made up of cellulose material. Inside this cell wall, we have plasma membrane. You know very well, this plasma membrane is protective in layer which contain at inside various organelles. Which organelles? We have Golgi complexes, we have endoplasmic reticulum, we have big vacuole, we have nucleus, we have mitochondria, chloroplast, lysosome. N number of organelles are present inside this cell, and also the water is present inside this plasma membrane covering. So when you place this cell in hypertonic solution, what happen actually is that is very essential to understand here. The water from the cell moves outside Whenever water from the cell go outside, we call it as exoosmosis, which you know very well. So from inside of cell to the outside can be replaced by the exoosmosis word. The movement of water by exoosmosis in hypertonic solution can be the definition of plasmolysis. So I am telling you the definition as well as the mechanism of plasmolysis. What happens if you place the cell in a hypertonic solution, the water from the cell go outside. This is exoosmosis term. In previous part we have discussed about hypertonic solution, isotonic solution and hypotonic solution. So this overall mechanism is known as a plasmolysis. What happened to the cell membrane is very essential to understand here. The cell membrane or plasma membrane gets shrink. Shrinking of plasma membrane takes place. So the definition of plasmolysis includes 2 points. Which are 2 points? First point is the movement of water from inside of the cell to the outside in hypertonic solution, and which result into the shrinking of plasma membrane. Or you can write the movement of water by exoosmosis in hypertonic solution which result into the shrinking of plasma membrane. So I have just told you the definition and mechanism of the plasmolysis. In plasmolysis, water from the cell go outside. You have to remember here. So it was regarding definition and mechanism. Let's discuss about the significance of this plasmolysis, where this plasmolysis plays important role in our knowledge. Okay, so friends, I have written a point here that significance of the plasmolysis. At which area this plasmolysis can be useful for human life? Try to recall the example of pickle. For example, pickle. This pickle making practice is very ancient in India, in China also. What generally we do, we select any fruit material. These fruits are generally perishable. For example, mango, for example, lemon, for example, chili. These fruits are very perishable. Means what? Perishable means they have very short life. Up to 7 to 8 days this fruit can be remain to eatable form. But for long term procedure, for long term preservation practice, we perform pickle formation practice. What we generally do, we select any jar. Such jar we generally select, and inside this jar we generally keep the solution which is hypertonic. So how to make this solution hypertonic? It is very simple, by adding salt or by adding sugar. Once you add much more amount of salt or you add much more amount of sugar inside this solution, what will happen? The sugar become or solution become hypertonic solution, and after making the hypertonic solution you have to fruit in pieces form inside this jar. So what happens if you place the fruit inside this jar which is containing hypertonic solution? The bacteria or fungi, if try to attack upon this fruit inside the jar, they fail to attack because this solution is hypertonic. When bacteria attack upon the fruit, this hypertonic solution causes plasmolysis in bacteria and the bacteria dies or fungi dies. So your fruit material remain in preserved format here. So for preservation practice, we generally perform pickle formation where we create hypertonic solution by adding salt or sugar. It was very essential significance. So in human life, we generally perform pickle formation practice as well as for seafood. What this seafood includes, there are various fishes which generally we buy from market which are fresh in category. But in term of long term preservation, we perform salting of these fishes. For example, bombil, you know very well. After salting, what happens? The bacteria or fungi cannot able to attack upon these fishes, and we find that this seafood can be preserved for many years, up to 50 to 70 years can be preserved by using plasmolysis concept. So this hypertonic solution creation is very easy. By using salt or sugar you can do this practice. So it was regarding your syllabus fourth point, that is plasmolysis. Just we have discussed here definition, significance and the mechanism of plasmolysis. But there is additional point. If you have watched this video up to the end, I want to give you the additional point, that is D. Deplasmolysis. Why this deplasmolysis is essential to understand here. When you place the cell in hypertonic solution, then plasmolysis takes place. But when you place the solution or place the cell inside the hypotonic solution, when you place the cell in hypotonic solution, the water come inside the cell, which is we call as endoosmosis. And this endoosmosis causes the new phenomenon, that is a deplasmolysis. So deplasmolysis is opposite to the plasmolysis, where shrinking of plasma membrane in plasmolysis takes place. Okay, so I will stop here. We will meet in our next part. Till take care and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Take care. Bye.